the race to Travis Hunter. That's what we're in right now. The sweepstakes. We're in the sweepstakes of who can get Travis Hunter first. The most prolific cornerback in college football. Who's also a really good receiver. Who can play receiver and cornerback, but he'll probably end up just playing corner in the NFL. Probably some snaps at wide receiver, but yeah. Let's talk about it. So, tonight is an interesting night. The Browns play the Broncos. And listen, I'm not making a separate video about this because this is nonsense. Okay? This is absolute nonsense. But I would be not doing the right thing if I didn't put that on the screen. I'm just saying. It's nonsense, right? It's nonsense. There is a scenario if they lose, it's like 20 some odd %, whatever. But it's whatever. If they win tonight, those are the scenarios, in case you're wondering, of how we make the playoffs. There's more than 5, by the way. Little side note, if the Browns win tonight, there's 25 scenarios on how we make the playoffs. If we win out and everything else works out, right? If we win out, there's 25 scenarios. That's including the Browns winning and the Browns losing. So not 25 each. It's 25 total if we win, if the Browns win tonight or the Browns lose tonight. 25 total scenarios. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll be honest with you. It's not. But I would be doing a disservice to you guys if I didn't show what 5 scenarios looked like. Because I'm not going through all 25 yet. We win next week, maybe. Anyway, so race to Travis Hunter, okay? That's what we're talking about in this video. We're not talking about playoff scenarios. We're not... All right, so Browns versus Broncos. I think Broncos win tonight, but if the Browns win like they did last year, shout out to the Brownies. Because we need the Brownies to win this game. Ironically enough, we need the Browns to win this game, not because of the situation being given, like obviously, you know, playoff scenarios. We need the Browns to win this game so we have a better draft pick. Because right now they're sitting at number 10 if they win tonight. If they lose tonight, they're sitting at number 8. So they're 1 pick above us. So we need the Browns to win, ironically enough. We're Browns fans tonight. God. That's sad. Anyway, if we were to lose out, right, and I'm going to have to put in these other games too, because obviously that's how that works, which, looking at this, let's say, for example, Chicago wins. Shout out to Chicago. Let's go Bears. Arizona wins. Let's say, I'm gonna do a perfect scenario of us getting the best pick possible, okay? This is obviously not going to happen. But there is a scenario where we could get a top pick. So let's say, for example, this doesn't really matter. This game does. Let's just have everyone who sucks lose. I mean, win. I said lose. Which is kind of funny because we could eventually, if we got to a point where everyone who sucks wins, is actually to a point where everyone is actually pretty decent. Like, everyone is not 500, but they're closer to 500. Let's do that. Let's do that. And this, again, is not going to happen, but we're going to look at different scenarios in this video. So, I do want to kind of just, you know, look at every scenario possible. That one. Freaking Raiders, man. We need you guys to win more games. Although, if we lose out, we should be able to, in theory, get the number 1 overall pick. In theory, we 100% should be able to. Because the Giants, we will 100% will be able to. There's enough wins left that we would get the number 1 overall pick. Alright, so we got this one. Like right now, we're singing number 1 overall pick. And honestly, if we lose out, we're going to have the number 1 overall pick. Because I'm going to have the rest of these teams win. So, if we lose out and those situations happen, as I told you guys, we'll get a number 1 overall pick. All right, so let's reset this because I could go through the whole thing if, it's already kind of set in stone. But let's say we win out, right? We win out. We're just having ourselves a fantastic rest of the season. We go 9-8, but we miss the playoffs, okay? One of those 25 scenarios do not happen. We're the 19th overall pick. And we're not a playoff team, and we suck. And we're going to get a mid-round player, and this is a draft that isn't that good. Obviously, by the way, other things. So, like, for example, let me just put in what should happen for most of these games. I think Miami will win. I think Buffalo wins. The Chargers win. It doesn't really change our pick that much. But it does impact it in some capacity. So, like, Green Bay wins, Lions wins, let's say Chiefs win, Cowboys win. I think Washington will win that game. Ravens win. And we have an upset. That would be humongously great. But I don't know how many upset we're going to have. Like this, it could be upset. And if the Chicago wins, we're now dropped to 17. So, possible, even with all the losses. Chargers win. Colts win. Let's go Washington. Let's go Buffalo. Jacksonville. Although this is going to be a great game for us because depending on who wins or loses, I mean, it just pushes up that one step farther. Let's say that wins. Let's say that one. Okay, I'm just going to go through these quickly. But again, is it going to push us up that much if we win out? Not really. Not to a point where it's like that big of a deal. But what we need is every team that has 8 wins, we need them to have 9 wins. So, for example, the Colts. Great team, right? We need them to have now 10 wins. Oh, actually, no, now they're 9 wins, right? We need Arizona to win their games. So let's say Arizona wins, 2 games in this scenario. Where are the Cardinals? Am I blind? Do they have a bye week? No, they do not have a bye week. There we are. Okay, right? Now we're at 17. Okay. Let's go with the Rams. We need the Rams to win out. So again, every team, you could just slowly go down the draft board. So let's see what's the best case scenario if we win out. And other teams help us out as well. We're now down to 16. Okay. Broncos, my favorite, non-favorite team. Because, Brandon Perna. Okay, well, we have us winning out, so that game doesn't really matter. But let's say they win this game, right? We're now down to 15. Okay. Okay, we can win now and get Travis Hunter? No, we can't, but still. Let's say Falcons. Where the Falcons at? Falcons, I'm going to have you win some games. Sure, Falcons fans will be happy about that. We're down to 14 now. Okay. Oh, lordy. Miami, we could do a little thing or two. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Ooh, get down tonight. Something like that. Copyright infringement. I already have them winning that game. Should say, I already have them winning that game. Miami beat the Jets. We're now down to 13. Okay. There's a cold place in hell before we get down to this because they would have 8 wins at best. So if we win out, our best spot is 13. And that's if everything goes our way. Okay. And if we lose out, let's say we lose out, but things logically happen. And what logically means is that, like, for example, the games that should go the way they should go will go the way they go. So, like, for example, let's say if we lose out, but realistically speaking, teams that should win, and teams that should lose. So, for the most part, okay, I think that was all correct. Let's go with, this should be that game. I would guess that one happens. Right now, we're sitting at pick number 7. Okay. But let's just put the rest of these games in. And again, I'm doing this based on what Vegas would say these teams are going to win. Right? Based on what Vegas would suggest. Actually, I think Washington could win that game, to be honest. Let's go with Minnesota. Let's go with this. Let's go with this and this. Actually, no, let's go with that one. 15. Let's go with Broncos win. Detroit win. Chargers win. Packers win. Vikings win. Let's go with that one. And I'm just going to put all these in just for video's sake, just to take a look and see what actually ends up happening. 14. Yeah, let's go with that. Panthers last night, though, I mean, yesterday actually did really good versus the Bucks. I was actually kind of heavily surprised. All right, so that's, for the most part, what we got. Okay, so we're sitting at pick 6. So if realistic things happen and we lose out, we're pick 6. Pick 6, oh, that's funny. That's our scenarios, okay? Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.